that Budget 2016 will focus on bank reforms, which are likely to go well beyond simply recapitalizing these PSU banks. We've got Nayantara joining in with the exclusive details. Nayantara, all eyes on the budget. What are you picking up?
Good afternoon, Surbhi. So besides an impetus in agriculture and rural growth, I understand from my sources, banking reforms are going to be also a focus point of Budget 2016. We've already heard the RBI governor talking about the Central Exchequer's plans to set aside funds for recapitalization, which the governor has, described as adequate. But we can expect something beyond that. We've not been able to figure out as yet whether there's going to be monetary in nature or reforms in the structuring of the PSBs or the way they are run. But we can expect some announcements in Budget 2016. Now, we've seen a terrible earnings season from all of the public sector banks. What I understand from my sources is that, while the government understands that there was a need for a higher provisioning, which has been done, and therefore the worst may be behind us, it does not mean that the Finance Ministry as well as the RBI is happy with the recent run of the public sector banks. In fact, sources going and saying that they feel that the public sector banks have reacted with the kind of urgency that the situation demands. For example, they have not utilized financial instruments like the SDR, the CDR. Neither have they tried to recover proceeds with the urgency they should have displayed when it comes to bad promoters. So I understand they could be taken to task in the next subject that is going to take place between the government, RBI governor, as well as the banks. That is in the first week of March, post the budget. So that's when we may even be seeing the PSBs being asked to explain who are their largest defaulters and what is their plan to try and recover proceeds from them. The government also indicating that while the SDR may not have been very successful, it's not as if the banks have gone ahead to try and even experiment with it to go back with valuable feedback to the government or to the Reserve Bank for that matter. So, that may also be discussed. Bankruptcy code, the government quite clear this has to go through in the budget session of Parliament, preferably in the first half. But even if it's not done, it has to be passed in by the second tranche of the budget session of Parliament. Right now, the government is not planning to introduce it as a money bill. Remember, it has gone in for a consultative process. But in case it feels that the opposition is not playing ball, not coming on board, given the situation, maybe the government will then try and introduce it and pass it as a money bill.
All right, Nayantara, let's see what all developments we get over the next couple of critical weeks. Thanks for joining in. We'll take a very quick break on that.